Good evening, YouTube. This is MTP Flyers, and yet another unboxing. Went a little crazy here, as you can see down at the bottom of the box. This is from Monoprice.com, and I got a lot of my wires and accessories from there. Coax, Ethernet, and what is the Ethernet? Is Cat 5, Cat 6, and stuff like that. But what I wanted to unbox was a pretty cool thing that I picked up. Upstairs in my living room, I have my TV on the wall, and I have the box, cable box, sling box, and soon-to-be Blu-ray player in a cabinet. And hooking everything up would require running multiple HDMIs underneath, downstairs on the drop ceiling, to up the wall and behind the TV. Right now I've got a 50-foot HDMI cable running there, and I really don't feel like running 3 more to hook up to the TV. So, to combat that or to solve that issue, we're going to get an HDMI switch. But first, I got a couple different HDMIs that are shorter because we need to go from the unit itself, whether it be the cable box, the sling box, or the Blu-ray player, or anything else that I want to hook up to this. I need shorter HDMI cables. So for pennies on the dollar, I got different color ones so I know which I'm hooking up to which. We got green, we got orange, and we got blue. So I think that's all I'm going to need so far. I can always get more and add on later. But what else did I get? I got a black Ethernet, and this is going to be for my hub downstairs. Orange Ethernet, same thing for the hub downstairs. And this is another HDMI, so I did get 4 colors on there. So that will allow me to do that. And here is the item that I'm looking for. I'm pretty excited. As you can see here, this is a 4x2 HDMI matrix switch. And why it's a 4x2, there's 4x1s. Basically, I can do 2 screens to this. And I actually have the ability to project this onto 2 TVs. If I have a Blu-ray downstairs, or the Blu-ray player upstairs, and I want to run it, one downstairs, I can run another HDMI from the box downstairs, and then you can control it from the switch. So I don't have to have a Blu-ray in 2 spots. I don't have to have a cable box in 2 spots. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. Most likely just for the Blu-ray. But this thing looks pretty sweet. I've never dealt with any one of these before. This had some pretty decent ratings. And it was 50, 60 bucks, something like that. I didn't want to spend too much money on it. So there's the user's manual. It's pretty straightforward. Comes with a little remote. I'm sure I'll end up losing it. I hope not. But this will allow you to switch between each one. So if I got my cable box on here, I want to watch a Blu-ray, boom, put it right on there. I don't have to mess with the TV remote. Switch that and we're done. So that's that. And here's the switch itself. You can actually pick it yourself to do that. There's the power. And on the back here are your switches. You've got input 1, 2, 3, and 4. Output A, output B. And I guess you can do audio. I'm not quite sure what that's for, but we can definitely check it out because HDMI does video and audio. So know what the deal is there. And we have our DC 5-volt plug, which I'm going to guess is under here. So there you go. So that's pretty much it. But what I want to do is hook it up for you guys and try it out. So off we go. You don't really need to see me open this bag up for a plug, do you? Nah. Alright guys, so not to show you what it looks like when it's all pretty, here is my cabinet, which my TV is over that way. And we'll show you in a minute. But what I'm doing right now is actually taking the HDMI that comes in to the cable box itself, which is this box in the middle, and we're going to hook this up into, we'll go with output A right now. But what we need to do at this point is take each HDMI that I have and run it from the switch to the device. So we've got 3 devices. We have the Blu-ray, which is down here. We have the cable box, which is here. And I have the Apple TV, which I just realized I didn't have hooked up. So we're going to put that in there. And in order to do this, we are going to take let's see here. We have the Blu-ray player, which will slide in here. And as soon as I find the HDMI for that, we will be set. Where's she hiding? I was just looking at it earlier. You know what would be nice right about now? A light. Why I brought it up here? Alright, the HDMI hookup is right here on the DVD player. And that is hooked up, and we'll go ahead and run that to input 2. Because what I'm going to want is, I'm going to want the cable box in 1, we'll put the DVD player in 2, and then we'll put the Apple TV in 3. So, the cable box will make green, and we know that that's right here. And we'll hook that up. We'll make that underneath here, number 1. And last but not least, black for black, since Apple is elegant, or they claim to be, we'll go with the Apple TV right here, and we'll go in number 3. So, I plugged everything in, by the way. I didn't want to waste your time, make you feel like you were bored watching all that, because it got quite messy. So, we'll set everything back up. I got my sling box on top of here. We're going to go ahead and line everything up nice and neat. We've got the sensors for my sling box right here. And you may ask, you know, or if you even think of it, but these doors will be closed. I'll have these doors closed in here. And I have a wired sensor that is right here. And I stick this to the door, and this will allow me to control my TV by pointing it at the TV and not have to worry about pointing it back here. So, this is pretty powerful, so all I really need to do right now, just for testing, is we'll just throw it right in. So now that we've got this all set up here, I'm going to turn it on. So once we turn everything on, you'll see that it lights up. We got the power LED. It'll tell me input A or output A is number 1, and output B is set on number 1. So if we change to output 2, that'll take us to our DVD player. Output 3 will be our Apple TV, and 4 is blank at the moment. So pretty basic. I'm going to have that set up right now. But everybody's on, everybody's set up. Let's go to the TV and see how it works. Alright guys, we have the TV set up, and I have here the camera, different angle, pointed down on the remote so you can get an idea of what I'm doing. Here's the remote for the switch. So right now we're actually looking at the number 1, which is the cable box. And let's say we want to watch a movie. We're going to go ahead and hit number 2 for the DVR, or I'm sorry, for the CD player. Sorry, I had to kind of move around all the equipment to get that to go. But you see at the bottom of my TV there underneath the Sony is where the sensor is for the DVD player. And of course I've got the Jeff Dunham Christmas special still on there. But that's what's in the DVD player, and you see that that works. So we can simply go over to the DVD player, and we're set. We can go ahead and pick what we want, and then continue on. So once you're done, simply stop your player. So there it goes, just to show you that it's playing. And you go ahead and hit stop. And let's say we want to go over to the Apple TV. And that will switch over there. I notice the switch is just a little bit slow. And I notice the Apple TVs acts kind of funky. It does this, and then it comes back on. So I got to check the hookup on that as soon as it comes in. I don't know what the deal with that is. But we're waiting for the network time. So I haven't plugged this in a while, but you guys get the idea. You can go from section to section to point that out. I'm going to have to update this because I haven't updated it. So we'll just let that go. And we can go simply back to the cable box. And like I said, you see here, I just hit it twice. Let me get around you guys here and hit that on there and go to 1. So it does take a second for it to pick it up. I may have to check my sensor on there. I don't have it set up in the best spot. But this does this. This is what it looks like when I first turn my TV on and the cable box has to set up. I believe that's what's happening with this switch. So, only spending 50, 60 bucks on this, I guess you really can't complain. It allows you to do what you need to do, and you don't have to worry about, getting up and running 100 wires to the TV. I've got one wire to the TV, and we're all set. So as you can see there, I can control my cable box, and we're all set. We don't have to worry about it. So it's a pretty cool device, I guess. And I guess you just hope you don't lose the remote or you have to get up and hit each button. Not that that's horrible, but it'd be easier to go around. But what I want to do right now is go back to the Apple TV, wrap this up while this is still setting up so I can update it, and get back to you guys later. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya!